Okay, we are continuing with the question and answers. If you have a question, you can post it down below, or you can email me through my website at mydogtrainingspot.com, and I'm going to work to answer them. This question has to do with the dog escaping out the front door. Here it is. I have a Staffy, and she's really stubborn. The walking technique is helping, and finally I'm seeing results. But I have a hard time walking into my home because she always is jumping on me, and she will try to escape whenever she has a chance. How can I get her to be calm and not worry about her trying to escape when I enter my home? All right, so basically you're coming home and the dog's using that opportunity to go on its own little personal adventure, right? Dogs love getting out of the house and getting to go explore that area that they typically don't get to explore. Before I answer that question, one thing that I do want to mention is if your dog gets out the front door and you go chasing it down and you catch your dog and you yell at them and then drag them back home, it's just going to make catching them the next time much more difficult. So if your dog does escape out the door, one of the best things that you can do is grab your leash, go eventually try to catch your dog. Once you catch them, leash them, and then take them on a 2 or 5 minute walk. That way when you catch the dog, from their perspective, they see you as continuing the fun. And I'm sure you're probably going to be pissed off when you catch them, and you're going to feel like yelling because you're worried and upset that maybe they were going to get hit by a car. But if you yell at them in that situation, it's not going to help your future training. So you want to think of when you catch the dog, how does the dog perceive that situation, and you want it to be at least neutral, ideally positive. But to go ahead and work on resolving your situation, what I would probably do is I would, it's happening when you come home, I would probably start off by putting maybe a rug somewhere inside the front door. And I would teach the dog how to go to that rug using food. I would say place, the dog goes to the rug, gets fed. I'd do a bunch of repetitions on that. And then I would start practicing when you come home. So when you come home, you're gonna have to make sure that dog doesn't get out initially, right? So it's a Staffy, so it's gonna be super strong and kind of low to the ground. When you open that door, I want you to have some food with you. So if you're coming home in a car, you could have some food treats in the car. And when you come into that door, you're gonna take that food, you're gonna put it right in front of the dog's nose, and you're gonna lure it over to that rug, and you're gonna feed them. All right, so you wanna do this each and every time you come home. And you can just practice this. You can practice this right when you see the video. Practice going out your front door, coming in, taking the dog to the mat, and feeding them. Okay. If at first you're worried about the dog escaping, if you have someone else in the home, you can put a drag line on the dog, or you could do this anyway. You don't want to leave the line on while you're gone for long periods of time, but you could leash your dog, walk out your front door, close the door behind you, open the door. If your dog does escape, you can step on that leash. Okay. But your main goal is to show the dog once you come in, the dog is going to go to a certain place and it's going to receive food. All right, and so you want to make that food something that the dog really likes, and just build a different habit. So the dog learns that when you come home, instead of trying to get outside, that it goes to its mat, and then you can feed and reward the dog there. And if you want to add a whole nother element onto it, you could tell the dog to go to its mat, feed them, leash them, and then go for a short little walk. So the dog actually learns that going to the mat is how the dog gets out to go and explore out in front of your house. Okay, so try to implement that tip and let me know how it goes.